Zambia has grappled with the problem of indiscriminate waste disposal for many years now, and so far many solutions which have been put up to try and contain the situation have proven to either be less effective or completely not working at all. One solution which Zambia can adopt in controlling waste and effectively managing the environment, which is proving to be highly effective where it is being used, especially in developed countries, is recycling. Recycling is a process to reuse useful waste materials by converting them into new products to prevent waste of potentially useful materials, reduce the consumption of fresh raw materials, reduce energy usage, reduce air pollution from incineration and water pollution from landfilling by reducing the need for conventional waste disposal and lower greenhouse gas emissions as compared to plastic production.
Well, in the simplest terms, recycling is the process of picking up something that was ideally thought of as garbage, but then you process it into something like a new product that it can again be reused.
Essentially, it means, you are not entirely disposing of this product. You are able to use it again in another form. It could be in the same form or in another form. For instance, plastics, they are recycled. You can either use that plastic, others they'll clean it, though it's very difficult. But we've seen the companies that are getting these plastics and they're able to recycle them, and they're coming up with other materials which they're using totally different from what was the original product which they had. So that would be the simplest terms in which one would describe what recycling is. For the sake of the layman.
Recycling is the way. It will really help us. I know of one institutions which are doing that, although it's for their in-house arrangements. So recycling must be emphasized as the way forward to handle this.
Recyclable materials include many kinds of glass, paper, metal, plastic, textiles, and electronics. The composting or other reuse of biodegradable waste such as food or garden waste is also considered recycling. This is a necessary activity of modern-day Zambia that will help solve the age-old problem of indiscriminate waste disposal, which has proved to be a nightmare to control by the local authorities countrywide.
With regard to cleaning the environment, again, it's at the two different levels. At the lower level, you're talking about there being no plastic in the drainages, there's no littering anyhow, because people see the value in those items and so they don't just throw them away. Because as long as, if down my street for instance, there's a recycling point where I can take 10 plastic bottles or a bucket of plastic bags and I get some money for it, I will not throw that material on the street for somebody else to pick it up and take it to the center. I myself will take it there. And so what you see is a reduction in the amount of litter that's just disposed of carelessly. But then again, on the national level, what you see is that there are certain types of materials that don't biodegrade. And so the practice of picking up the refuse from the homes or corporate entities and so on and dumping it at the landfill, what you're creating in that scenario is a double management of the refuse, where you are taking it to landfill and then you have to manage it again at that location, because when waste begins to decompose or biodegrade, it creates certain gases. Some of them are very, very toxic, some of them are very, very inflammable.
I think the situation, the way it is at the moment, we have all these challenges with waste management. The good number of the stuff that is deemed to be waste, there are things that can be either recycled, reused, or otherwise. But the system we have at the moment is whatever is deemed to be waste, it has to go to the landfill. Hence you find that there is a lot of waste that is generated, and the collection capacity is quite low.
It is important for all stakeholders to get involved in waste management through making recycling a focal point so as to reduce on diseases, clean up the environment and help speed up economic development for the people.